Alright, let's go. Hello there, everybody, this is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles playthrough. Today is more than likely going to be the final session of this game. We're going to be finishing up the remainder of Tails' campaign, and I'm also going to be showing off the remaining extras for the game. And the remaining extras, there's not too many to show off, but I will be getting into those when we get to it, which is going to be quite a ways away. Regardless though, let's get things underway. So, working with 14 lives and 7 continues, let's head into Zone 5, Ice Cap Zone with Tails. Let's go. As soon as I hit the right gosh diddly dang button. I'm so used to having B be the confirmation button rather than being A, but here we are. It just shows how much of a Sega fanboy I really am. Anyway, last time we finished up the remainder of Knuckles' campaign, got the last of the Super Emeralds for him, got the quote-unquote best ending for his campaign as well. Not only this, but we also started up Tails' campaign, got all 7 Chaos Emeralds for the first half of the game, and so at this point we're just breezing right through Zones 5 and 6 until we reach Mushroom Hill Zone, and then grab the Super Emeralds from there. Funny enough, throughout a good chunk of this level, you can actually just completely bypass it with Tails and his ability to fly. I mean, sweet Jesus. Seriously. He practically breaks this stage into a million pieces. Well, okay, not really. I mean, if you want to really break this stage into a million pieces, watch any speedrun of this game ever. I mean, they zip through the frickin' level like it's nothing. Just saying. I don't have that kind of skill to pull that off, at least not yet. Alright. Off we go. Anyway, one thing worth mentioning is that I do apologize for the slightly late start today. The reason why I started a little bit later was not because I forgot about it. No, it's nothing like that at all. Instead, what I actually had to do was, before I even began today's stream, I had to shovel off some snow off of the front porch. I believe it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I had to get rid of a little bit of snow off of the front porch of my home, and also throw some salt down too. So that's really about it. That's all I really had to do beforehand. Also grab myself something to drink. Anyway, for this boss fight, complete joke with Tails. Also the same sort of thing with Sonic too, with his Insta-Shield. But with Tails, obviously, having the ability to fly, you can use your tails to attack, which is pretty neat. Anyway, let us continue. As I said, the rest of the first half of this game, Zones 5 and 6, which are Ice Cap and Launch Base Zone, this should be smooth sailing going forward. It would be pretty nice if I could get another extra life or 2 along the way, or even some more continues. Not that I'm really going to be needing them, but even so, just saying. Neat shortcut. Well, that was kind of lame. Whatever, no big deal. There we go. Just had to do a full jump. Also, I think Tails can just completely bypass this whole trampoline sequence in the first place. Especially if you play your cards right and your movement is perfected to a T. Just saying. Again, it would be nice to unleash Tails' super form here, but sadly, like I said, he doesn't get his super form in the first half of this game. You have to actually wait until you activate the Super Emeralds before you can even do something like that. Just saying. Anyway, this fight, again, not too difficult. You just, again, can't be completely reckless like I am right now. And once you break off the base, the battle's essentially won. Just another hit or two, and bada bing, bada booma, he's done. There, dude. Well, that was easy enough. On to Launch Base Zone. Now, Launch Base Zone, once again, is going to be playing the exact same way as it did for Sonic's story. So, in other words, there are, at least Act 2 is going to be the same as Sonic's. Act 1 will also be mostly the same. Just obviously with some differences of being able to fly versus not being able to do that, but hey, I'm just saying. There's also a lot of open sky throughout the entirety of the level, so use that to your advantage. You can also bypass those, pulleys, I guess you can call them? I'm not really sure what you can call them. Well, I'm glad you changed your mind and decided to stay on Twitch. Also, to answer your question, I liked Luigi's Mansion 3. It was a lot of fun. I played through and beaten that completely recently. I mean, I was not able to 100% the game. I mean, get all the achievements, but I did get, like, all the gems. And also all the booze. But not much else after that. I tried to go after all the achievements in the game, but for whatever reason, there's one achievement in the game that is completely glitched. So what I mean by this is, at the end of a certain chapter, or at the end of a certain floor with a pirate ship, there's an achievement where you have to use the cannon. You basically have to shoot a cannonball out of the cannon and also shoot the moon. Sounds like a simple enough achievement, right? Well, as I said, that achievement is glitched. The cannon itself, if you happen to, I'm not really sure how it's triggered. It could be random, or I've also seen reports of people saying that it's triggered by certain circumstances. Basically, the glitch is if you happen to reach the cannon, the camera does not change as it's supposed to. Plus, you can actually phase straight through the cannon as if it doesn't exist. Plus, the cannonballs are not there, so you're not able to get that achievement. So that kind of bumped me out, and I was like, you know what, screw this. I'll just not worry about it and keep praying that the next level games eventually patches that bug, or fixes that bug, if you know what I mean. It's a very annoying bug for completionists, and again, I feel as though the bug is purely random of whether or not it will trigger. It's purely random, at least from my experiences. I mean, the first time I attempted to get up there, or get to the cannon, I ended up dying before trying to do anything with the cannon at all. Just because I wanted to take out all the ghosts, get some extra cash, you know, trying to build up that score a bit, you know? Of course, being the reckless fool I am, got myself killed and also screwed myself over. Great. Am I right? Okay, now I'm curious. Anything up here? No. That was just a waste of time. And a waste of rings, too. So, overall, besides the bug that kind of ruined the completionist experience for me, the game was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the adventure. Honestly, I had a really great time playing it. And I definitely want to do a stream playthrough of the game in the future. Big chungus. Funny. So after I finished that game, I decided to start up Nino Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. At this point, I'm a good ways into the game. I can't really say how far I actually am, but it is a pretty good ways in. And from what I've experienced so far, it's been a very enjoyable ride. Just saying. If you haven't thought about giving the game a shot, definitely check out the remaster on PlayStation 4. I can't remember if it also had like a PC or Xbox One release. Not like the sequel has. As I know that game got a release on PC as well as PS4. Can't really say much else at the moment. Alright, let's go. There we go. All done with that. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'll definitely see you around sometime. Also, welcome back. It's good to have you back, buddy. That'll work. One thing I find kind of strange. Well, the thing is, I'm not actually running this game. I mean, obviously, if I was, then you would see a timer, and this would not be like a multi-segmented run, if you know what I mean. But to answer your question, I don't even. Okay. Okay. That was a pretty good flight, not gonna lie. I honestly don't understand what you're saying. As far as what else to talk about at this very moment, there's not a whole lot on my mind at the moment. I guess one thing worth mentioning is I did get a list together of future playthroughs that I want to do within this year. One thing worth mentioning about this list, though, is again, just like before, the list is not 100% final, as some games may be added like last minute or on a whim. However, this list I do have does give me a good idea. Worst bonus stage. Well, you're not wrong there. Anyway, back to what I was saying before, though. The list I have does give me a good idea of what I want to do in the future, as far as stream playthroughs, let's plays, etc. If you know what I mean. But yeah. That bonus stage, honestly, really isn't that good. As there are far better ones, and like, the other bonus stages are honestly better. I feel as though the casino one is definitely the best one. And by casino, I obviously mean that one where you go into the slot machine, that one. As I feel as though that's the only one I know of that allows you the opportunity to earn continues in. No other bonus stage I know of allows you to earn continues, as far as I know. There might be some other ones that I don't know of off the top of my head. But even so. By the way, one thing worth mentioning is that despite the fact that tails can fly, there are still pulleys of which you have to ride on in order to progress. It's only a couple, but even so, it is something worth mentioning. Anyway, this boss fight, I did make a complete mockery out of this fight before, just because of how Super Sonic just completely breaks this fight, due to his increased jump height and everything. This time, however, we will have to do this legit. Oh my god. I seriously cannot hold on to my damn ring. That took a while, but at least the deed is done. Not really needed here, buddy. Okay, off we go. Excuse me. Good for you. Honestly, I don't really care. Also, ignore that pop-up. I wonder if I can do something about that. There we go. Much better. I don't know why sometimes that pops up, even though I'm in the middle of a frickin' game here. That's kind of annoying. Ah, goddammit. I had a feeling that was gonna frickin' happen, too. Of course, I always want more, but... just saying. I don't know how that one jump didn't reach him. Great, now I'm falling out of rhythm. I also feel as though this boss fight has a little bit of RNG tied to its attack pattern. I could be wrong. Okay, I guess one thing worth mentioning is, I know I haven't really been doing a whole lot of speedrunning as of late. There are a couple of reasons. Obviously, the first one was due to the holiday season being so hectic and so busy. The second reason was because I was feeling burnt out on the game I was speedrunning previously, which was Banjo-Kazooie. Hence the reason why I decided to try speedrunning Star Fox 64. And don't get me wrong, the game is fun to speedrun, and definitely worth trying every now and again. But it doesn't mean I'm really going to be taking the game all that seriously. Also, that was complete bullshit. Well done. Well, that took an unnecessary amount of time. Yeah, definitely. I have to agree with you there. Sometimes it's fun to just play a game casually, if you know what I mean. Especially if you feel burnt out after speedrunning it for so long. But honestly, I feel as though once you start speedrunning a game, there is no going back. Also, for whatever reason, Tails' sprite is kind of messed up here. It's as if he had 4 tails as opposed to 2. Weird. Okay, folks, welcome to the second half of the game, and the second half of Tails' campaign, which means it's time to drop off our Chaos Emeralds and activate the Super Emeralds. This is gonna be real fun. Let's go. I guess one other thing worth mentioning is that Twitch recently introduced a new feature called Hype Train. Basically, Hype Train is whenever you see a large influx of events occurring within a affiliate or partner's channel, then I'm not really sure what else happens, but regardless, participating in a Hype Train, in order to activate it in the first place, there has to be like 3 separate people who share at least 100 bits, or gift a sub, or even subscribe to the channel. That's basically how that's supposed to work, I think. I do have that enabled, so if you want to activate the Hype Train, go ahead and do so. Funny enough, upon activating the Hype Train, it actually, if you manage to beat its level, which currently it's set to level 1, you'll be able to get some pretty nice looking emotes for your reward for achieving a high level within the Hype Train. Again, it's just a little something extra you can choose to participate in or not. It's entirely up to you. By the way, if you happen to activate an Eggman monitor, what will happen is the monitor will just deal damage to you. It's as if you hit an enemy. However, if you activate the monitor while invincible or while you're in a super form, then the monitor does nothing. Just saying. Okay, I don't know how that didn't activate earlier, but whatever. Okay, we can move anytime now, game. That'd be great. Okay. Honestly, I don't even, but I'll take it. Okay. On to the next one. Honestly, when it comes to activating the Super Emeralds, it's a good idea to just knock out all the hard ones immediately. Just so that way you don't have to deal with them later. Just saying. I don't know where I'm going. Motion blur is really screwing me over big time. Damn it! I hit left too soon. Almost had it, man. Almost had it. Okay, I already passed that one. There we go. Phew. 2 tries, I'll take it. Alright, 2 Super Emeralds down and 5 more to activate. Let's keep up the good work, folks. Let's keep it going. Phew. Honestly, that particular bonus stage is probably the hardest one, in my opinion. Just because of it being so maze-like. Also sweet. Could always use another extra life. I mean, I got 18 of them for Pete's sake. Also, just in case. Alrighty then. Again, finding all the giant rings here within Mushroom Hill Zone definitely is a lot easier with Tails versus Sonic or Knuckles. Just saying. You would think they would put another one of those giant rings right there, but no, of course not. Game's not that nice. Wow, almost 200 rings. I'm kind of surprised. Also, just like with Sonic's version of this fight, the boss does not do the log chop bounce thing. Instead, it just attacks horizontally the entire fight. Although, I've never really gotten far enough within the fight to see any additional attack patterns. Just because of the fact that he's so easy, you can bait him in like no time flat. Hello there, giant ring. How you doing? Alright. On to the next one. Yeah, indeed. I have to agree with you there. Okay, what? Reload. Did I somehow miss a blue sphere? That can't be right. Okay. Let's give this another shot. Maybe I was supposed to move forward? I can't remember for sure. There we go. That's better. I know, that was really weird. I don't know how the first attempt completely failed, but it is what it is. Just another waste of time. But hey, at least the Super Emerald's activated after 2 attempts, but who cares? By the way, as far as I know, it's possible to get 5 out of the 7 Super Emeralds activated within Mushroom Hill Zone. And that's in between the first and second act. Okay, that was bullshit. Whatever, game. One thing I will definitely mention right now is that I definitely do not know where each and every single one of these giant rings are on this stage. Hello. Hello! Here we go again! Okay. Here we go. Now, as I mentioned before, this particular bonus stage right here is the most maze-like out of all of them. Honestly, I highly suggest you just go around in a circle at first, and then you just go in a different direction. Can't see anything because of the motion blur. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go. See what I mean about this place being most maze-like? Done! Oh my god. I know, right? It really messes with your eyes, especially if it starts going incredibly fast at Mach speed. Jesus! Okay. There's another one down. I can't remember how many that is at this point. I think it's almost, I think it's like 4. And we're about to activate another one very shortly. If I can actually spin dash properly. That'd be awesome. I don't even know how I managed to get the kill there, but I'll take it. What's up here? Guess I'll never know. Maybe that was a shortcut from a different path or something. Alright, on to the next one. So yeah, this is going to be our 5th Super Emerald activated. Which one should we go for? How about the one on the right? Let's go. Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly the one I wanted to go for anyway. Honestly, this bonus stage is the hardest one. I think I might have said another one was the hardest one earlier. No. This one is by far harder. I went the wrong goddamn way. God damn it. I hate it when I do that. I just got completely sidetracked. I thought that was where I was supposed to go, but then I panicked when I realized that was the wrong gosh diddly dang direction. Clearly, I'm not good with directions. I'm kidding. I'm actually very good with directions. Okay, where do I go? Oh, come on! That is bullshit! I hit the button, yet it did not register my input. And that was just me being a dummy. A digital dummy. Ah! Wrong way. There we go. All done. I think the perfect score for this particular bonus stage is 57 rings. But you have to time your jump just perfectly and don't panic at the very end. I could be wrong, but regardless, there's no need to go for perfects in every single one of these bonus stages. You don't get anything else. All you really have to worry about is getting all of the Super Emeralds activated. That's it. Nothing more than that. I know there's a way to get up to that one hidden alcove area, but I feel as though the method of execution is rather strict. Anyway, let's get on with this and head into Flying Battery Zone as soon as we possibly can. Also, that was complete bullshit. Okay, that was easy enough. This boss fight is always easy, regardless of who you play as. It's slightly harder with Knuckles, but that's really about it. Now then, since we managed to activate 5 out of the 7 Super Emeralds, there's still 2 left. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm not the most familiar when it comes to Flying Battery Zone. I know there's at least one. There's at least one in Flying Battery. As far as other ones, probably gonna have to search for them. I'll probably stumble across 1 or 2 by accident. That'd be awesome, actually. Of course, that's gonna be a lot easier said than done. By the way, this part is made incredibly easy thanks to Tails' ability to fly. He can just glide through everything without any problems at all. It's literally that easy. It's honestly a lot of fun to play as Tails, just to see how much you can break the game just by flying. I mean, granted, the game is not 100% built on Tails' ability to fly. But even so, being able to fly is pretty sweet. Aw, man, come on, I had that! And that too, what the hell? Well then. Okay then, game. Rob me of my well-deserved extra lives. Screw you then. By the way, Tails can completely bypass this entire section, unlike a certain Echidna who cannot. Sure, you'll barely make it, but you can still make it nonetheless. Let's see if we can get anything more here. Of course. Didn't really want that bubble shield, but oh well, it is what it is. I mean, any shield is better than no shield at all. Honestly, out of all the elemental shields that are available in this game, and really available for Flying Battery Zone, it's a toss-up between having the fire shield and the electric shield. I guess it really depends on who you're playing as. If you're playing as Sonic, then maybe the lightning shield is better. But other than that, though, fire shield is definitely where it's at. Okay, now I want to see if there's anything over here. No. Okay. That was a waste of time. Let me remind you, folks, that Tails is broken. I don't think I've gone down here yet to show off this path. Oh, hello! What do we have here? Excellent! Another giant ring! I believe either I believe Tails or Knuckles are the only ones who can reach that area. Technically, you can also use Sonic and Tails together in co-op in order to get up there, but other than that, though, I think that's only available for both Knuckles and Tails. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that is how it works. Okay. Only one more Super Emerald after this. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised and shocked that we're able to get all these emeralds so fast. One other thing I will definitely say about these bonus stages is that if you're not able to get a perfect, don't worry about it. Just try to focus on getting at least 50 rings in the stage if possible. And if it's not possible, again, don't worry about it. Forget about it! You'll be fine! No, really, you will. Phew! Okay. 6 Super Emeralds down. 1 more left to activate. Again, I'm kind of surprised I even managed to find this place. You know what they say, sometimes curiosity can kill the cat, and other times it can lead it to a pot of gold. Okay, that's not a real saying, but the first part of the saying is true, though. Curiosity does kill the cat. The second part I just made up and pulled out of my butt. Also, there is one more section of the level I've yet to show off here. I want to see if I can do that right now. Yep. That I most certainly can do. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Go away. Are we getting... Yes, we are! Holy shit! This was just a pure freaking guess. I swear to God. We're getting all 7 Super Emeralds now. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Dang it! Let's try that again now, shall we? Damn it! I held right for too long. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright, let's try again. We did it, boys. We freaking did it. That's all the Super Emeralds activated. And with that, we finally have all the Super Emeralds for Tails in one playthrough! That right there should be a gosh diddly dang achievement. Just saying. Now that all 7 Super Emeralds are activated, Tails can now be Super Tails. Oddly enough, Tails does not have a hyper form. Kinda lame, but whatever. So, with Tails' super form, it's a unique one. Instead of having the traditional super form and everything, instead, Tails' super form summons a bunch of flickies while once again he is completely invincible throughout the entire thing. How about we dance to celebrate too? These flickies aren't just for show either. they too are completely invincible and surround Tails at all times until his super form runs out. Once we collect another 50 rings, I should be able to show him off proper. But anyway, what they will do is they will attack other enemies that are just in Tails' path. That's really about it. Awesome. Now let's finish this thing. The rest of this should now be smooth sailing, as once again we don't have to worry so much about super rings or giant rings anymore whatsoever. So that's awesome. I believe with Tails, once you are able to go into super form, regardless if you have an elemental shield or not, if you double tap the jump button, you should be able to go into super form much like Knuckles can. No problem. Just like with other super forms though, Tails can obviously still die if he happens to fall into a bottomless pit, or if he gets crushed. Other than that though, he is completely invincible. I guess that's like a hidden switch or something. Interesting. Out of all the super forms in this game, Tails' super form may not be my most favorite out of all of them, but one thing it does have above Knuckles is at least it's not pink. Am I right? And also, just like with Sonic's super form, he has faster acceleration on the ground as well as in the air. Plus, I'm not sure if Tails' flight is extended by means of having additional duration, or if it still lasts the same amount of time, or even if he has unlimited flight. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. Also, for whatever reason, these flickies will attack the laser. And it's not like the laser will die or anything. Man, I love this. It kind of sucks that the flickies aren't strong enough to take out the laser, and even if they could, I think that would glitch the game to a point where you literally can't play it, or you're soft. Although it might be possible for a human to actually pull that off. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure you can't. But hey, just saying. Even though I could have gone into any of the bonus stages to try to get some extra rings, I think the super form would be cancelled out after defeating that laser boss in the first place. However, I believe you can reactivate your super form outside of the boss fight as you're getting ready for this one. Just saying. By the way, one other thing I haven't mentioned yet about this fight, between Sonic's version and Knuckles' version, is that, other than the weird character swap between Knuckles and also Sonic with Eggman instead of Egg Robo, is that With Eggman, when he starts swinging around, he only swings around 2 times during Knuckles' fight, while for Sonic and Tails, obviously, he'll swing for 4, giving you additional attacking opportunities. Alright, onward to Sandopolis. Sandopolis Act 1 should be really easy going. Considering the fact that Tails can fly and everything, I definitely want to try to show off some new paths if I can. Or at least show off some different paths. Who knows, we may even stumble across a giant ring along the way too. Thanks to the fact that this level is so open-ended, it is possible to get a good distance through the entire stage. Hell, you may even be able to glitch your way through the entire thing without zipping. I don't know. However, just like with Sonic, he can't go into Knuckles' section. At least not by normal means. But hey, I'm just saying. One thing I will definitely say is that Sandopolis Zone Act 1 is definitely made a lot easier with Tails. Once again, just due to the fact that he can fly and everything. Hello? Ah, that stinks. Now I want to go up there and grab that giant ring. Which, it's not going to be easy. One thing I will definitely say is, out of all the elemental shields available for, out of all the elemental shields for Sandopolis Zone, both Act 1 and 2, I feel as though the fire shield is definitely the way to go. But that's just me. Coming from personal experience and everything. Wow! Holy shit! That was a lot of rings! I was not expecting that. Or that, but I'll take it. Hell yeah, boys! Okay. This giant ring, I believe, can be collected with either either Knuckles or Tails. Just again, you gotta be fast when you're getting up there, or climbing up the wall, or flying up the wall. As there are several things that can just crush you and kill you. And that's not exactly a fun time, now is it? Alright. Well, it's kind of lame how, that section is completely blocked off. Oh! I thought that was going to kill me for a second there. As far as any other exclusive routing for Tails is concerned, I'm not really sure of how many other exclusive routes are available for him during the second half of the game. By the way, hidden ring capsule right there. I wonder how this is going to interact with this boss right here. Probably nothing too fancy. Maybe the flickies will actually Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go after him for me. Okay then, do the work. Do the work for me. Funny enough, this sort of artificial intelligence attack mechanic didn't come back in any other Sonic game besides Sonic Advance 2 with Cream the Rabbit and Cheese. Just saying. Bit of interesting trivia, I guess. Then again, maybe it came back sooner and I just don't know when exactly. But even so, might as well let the Flickies get their revenge. Am I right? Also, for whatever reason, if the super form fades at the end of the boss fight, the music just restarts. I don't know why that is. It's weird. Alright, let's go. Into the mystical pyramid of death. I guess one other thing worth noting is that the hitboxes for these candlelight things, Sando 2. Agreed, 100%. Not the biggest fan of this stage either, as a lot of times before this Let's Play even began, a lot of times I pretty much ran out the clock. I usually take the full 10 minutes to complete the stage, because, again, I'm just that bad. Thankfully, that's no longer an issue. But even so, it is something worth mentioning nonetheless. Not really sure if you'd call this interesting trivia or not, but hey, it is something I wanted to mention. Just like with Knuckles, this section can be completely bypassed just by simply flying. It's literally so simple, even a caveman can do it. Just like saving 15% or more on your car insurance is so simple. Heh. Hashtag not mad. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Now that I think about it, maybe the super form here may not be the best of ideas. Also, for whatever reason, the Flickies, the invincible Flicky army, they attacked the sand switches. So that is something worth mentioning. They'll also attack the ghosts too, once they become hostile. I seriously wonder if you even need to activate the sand things at all with Tails. Probably not, considering the fact that he can fly throughout most of the frickin' level. Also, what the hell was that? That was weird. I don't even know how I managed to survive that, but I don't care. I can't remember if I showed off this area up here or not. Now that I think about it, it looks as though this is kind of a shortcut and I'm going backwards. Come on, let's go, boo, dude. I almost called him Boo. Like a Boo from Super Mario. Now I definitely feel like I've gone backwards. Just by simply flying a little too high in the air. Oh, come on. Here I thought I didn't quite make it to the switch. For whatever reason, that switch is incredibly finicky with its hit detection. I don't know why that is. God damn it. I had a feeling I was going to get hit there. Also, for some reason, I was thinking that, while in flight, you're not able to grab those, candle things that light up the room. Also, bullshit. Can't go at this too quickly now. I think if I would have had my super form active here, the flickies would definitely tear this boss apart. Also, apologies for the constant pop-ups of the Modern Warfare 2019 subreddit. I don't know why that pops up all the frickin' time whenever things are blowing up. Okay, that was weird. It was like Eggman just suddenly went invincible for a minute there. Whatever, at least the deed is done. Alright, on to Lava Reef Zone. Again, this zone should be made a lot easier thanks to the fact that Tails can just slice and dice everything in his path. Plus, his flicky army of doom will completely murder anyone. Although, one thing worth mentioning here is, out of all elemental shields, you definitely want the fire shield the most here. And here I was thinking there would be another giant ring in the area. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, I was not expecting that. But I'll take it. How about we break this level some more now, shall we? And by break, obviously, I mean... I don't mean let's zip to the very end. No. Okay. That was weird. That would have been pretty funny if I managed to grab that one-up too. Oh well. It is what it is. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to just simply go into a bonus stage to get some additional rings. Oh, excuse me. By the way, the only thing that's over here on the right is just another 1-up. That's really about it. Nothing else that's really noteworthy. It would be pretty nice if they put a giant ring there, but at this point... Ah, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Didn't know that was there. That's cool. By the way, I believe with Lava Reef Zone, Act 1 and 2, they're going to be your last opportunities to get giant rings. So if you've not activated all of them up to this point, well then, you're going to be in trouble. Well, not really trouble per se, you're just not going to have the best of times, if you know what I mean. Well, I did not quite mean to do that, but I'll take it. Alright, another 1-up. I wonder how many we can get by the end of the game. Who wants to place a bet? I'm gonna get up to about 45, 50 lives by the end of it all. What do we got over here? Neato. Another secret. Another secret area. Oh, how I love those. Okay, so it seems like Tails' flight duration is the exact same, whether he's in his super form or not. You would think that would actually be extended, or given infinite flight, considering how much trouble you went through just to get the super form in the first place. Okay. By the way, if you get caught in that toxic gas, you're going to be losing rings twice as fast. And again, that can kill you as soon as you exit the form, so be sure to bear that in mind. And while you're toxified by that toxic gas, your speed slows down to an absolute crawl, and you can't really jump all that high. What's really weird is that these toxic enemies only appear within Lava Reef Zone Act 1 and 2. That's it. How about we dance the entire time? What? Can someone please explain to me what the hell that shit was about? I had no idea that you could die to that. I thought upon jumping on it, it will just harmlessly knock your rings out and not just automatically kill you via a squish method. God damn it. That was really, really dumb and really weird. I guess you learn something new every day. Even though it looks like it shouldn't be able to kill you, it can still kill you, even in your super form. God damn it. I jumped way too soon. That was complete bullshit. Don't tell me I'm gonna die again due to bullshit like this. Oh, thank God. That was annoying. By the way, I haven't really shown off the fact that you can actually jump at that sign and keep hitting it and juggle it around until, to your heart's content. Every time you hit that sign, you get 100 additional points. If you're wondering what the point of hitting the sign over and over again is, there really isn't much of a point, except to realign the sign and get RNG values to line up with certain variables, so that way you can get a capsule to appear from the sign. Just something else you could do. God damn it. What do we have back here? Not much. Just a couple of ring capsules. I mean, I'll take it. Funny enough, I feel as though this particular area is exclusive to... Okay, again with the bullshit. I seriously hate those red springs and the way they're placed. They can seriously screw you over in more ways than one. Also, what's up with that random water shield there? It would make more sense to add a fire shield, or even a lightning shield. But, water shield? Why? I guess just to have a shield rather than no shield. But hey, I'm just saying. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Let's see if we can get up to at least another 50 rings. That way we can go super again and just completely bypass everything. If we even make it that far, which it looks like we're not going to be able to. Hello. Come on, give me them damn rings! There we go. Much better. The reason why I went for those is because I wanted to grab another continue. Not that I need continues, but it's good to have them anyway. Just part of that completionist criteria, I guess. I thought for a second there I was going to get completely screwed over by frickin' Eggman Roulette. I should shut the hell up. Thankfully I didn't get screwed over, but still. That would have been really bad. Okay. Here I thought there was some sort of secret right up there, but no, I guess not. By the way, those switches of which you have to hit physically, you have to hit them with your body. You can't use your flickies to do that. As cool as that would be, you just can't. What the devil? Hello there, giant ring. How you doing? That was pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Let's get moving. Again, I'm not really sure if there are any additional exclusive routes in this area or not. There might be, and I just don't know where they are exactly. But if If we stumble across one, great, and if not, we're not going to worry about it. By the way, I'm not 100% sure if it's possible to completely bypass the trigger for Knuckles and the Boulder of Doom. I mean, technically it is, if you know how to perform the correct zip. Also, that was bullshit. How did I get stuck? Of course I would run out of gosh. Oh my god. Come on, let's get moving. I hate it when I get held up by stupid things for no reason. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't just fly over this trigger. Oh well. Also, your super form becomes disabled, regardless of how many rings you have. So, that is something worth mentioning. Also, more bullshit. Just gotta take it slow, take it easy, and we'll be fine. Or I could just kill myself like a goddamn idiot. Goddamn stupid auto-scroller shit. I wanted to access the bonus stage to maybe grab a couple more rings and maybe a fire shield. But no, apparently that wasn't happening. Also, going super there was probably not the best of ideas. Oh well, not a whole lot I can do about it now. Anyway, this fight is exactly the same as Sonic's. Just gotta wait for Eggman to kill himself with these giant spike balls. And again, out of all the elemental shields for this fight, Fire Shield is your friend. Because lava is hot. It's deadly. You touch it, you die. Although I can't really say if this boss fight becomes easier with Tails or not. I'm gonna say yes, since you can technically hover in the air. In fact, I highly encourage you to do that. It's kind of funny how this essentially breaks the boss. Just keep in mind, though, that your flight time is limited. Also, I'm not sure if the flight time... I'm not sure if you go too high, you'll end up hitting one of the spike balls that ends up getting launched. It could be possible, so be careful when flying. Yes, yes it is. Literal lava. Alright, onward to Hidden Palace Zone, which, just like before, is really, really short. By the way, there is one area up here, like, within an area around this whole place. There's an area that's completely inaccessible by normal means. It can only be accessed via debug mode. And I believe that's, like, way up there. Anyway, what is up there exactly? Well, at the... Oh. Hi. Okay, never mind. I thought the area was completely inaccessible. Apparently, it is accessible with Tails. And that's really about it. There might be another area which is available later on that is available or something higher. It's kind of weird how they have all the different power-ups all in one convenient location. However, there's like one capsule that is technically missing. That, again, is only accessible via debug mode. Also, bullshit. Alright, let's go. Hey, Nux. Give me a great big hug. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. I love doing that. Going all super and just wrecking his face in. Hey, Eggman. Way to steal the frickin' Master Emerald again, you jerk. Again, you cannot kill Eggman, even if you have your super form here and your flickies. Eggman has like 256 hits you can initiate, or 256 HP. And each hit is a single point of HP off. And even if you would knock off all of his HP, you would be soft locked thereafter. Alright, onward to Sky Sanctuary Zone. Now, unlike our experiences here before with Sonic, this should go by really quickly. The reason why I say that this will go by pretty quick is, again, due to the fact that Tails can fly and just bypass a good chunk of the stage. As for the most part, this entire stage is vertical. It's just one big vertical shaft. There's just a lot of places where you can take flight and just completely bypass everything. I had a feeling that that was going to happen. Although it does suck that the... damn it. Again, I just had that feeling that I was gonna frickin' die for no reason. Honestly, going super may not be the best... may not be the worst of ideas here. For sure. In fact, going super is quite beneficial. Also, screw you. Why do I always have to run into every enemy I see, no matter how hard I try to avoid them? No matter how careful I proceed? Alright, please give me a checkpoint. Soon. Thank you. Like I said, you can really bypass a good chunk of this stage just by flying. Tails is just that beneficial of a character to have, especially in this stage. I'm not sure. I feel like I've gone backwards. Okay. Now Always weird game. Why do I always run to every spike I see? Okay. Hello, Metal Sonic. How you doing, buddy? It's funny how these, balloon creations are just... Funny enough, another thing worth noting, I believe, is if you manage to kill off that variant of Metal Sonic, all the balloons that are in the area will immediately pop. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is how it works. I had a feeling that bastard was gonna shoot me. For some reason I thought I was gonna get hit again. That wouldn't have been good. Screw you, game. Screw you. That probably wasn't the best of ideas. There we go. Kind of a shame I couldn't show off Super Tails again. And completely wreck Metal Sonic's face. Oh well. I'm sure this will go fine. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. And pray to God that our rings don't just drop through the stage. Or do that. Phew! Kind of surprised I managed to pull that off. Anywho, at least the deed is done. Onward to Doomsday Zone, which, by the way, is the final zone for Tails. Unlike Sonic, he does not go to Doomsday Zone. As cool as that would be, sadly he just cannot partake in that zone. Unless you're playing Sonic 3 Complete, in which case he can. But for the most part, no. Even with all the Super Emeralds activated, and Chaos Emeralds, just saying. You can't access that zone by normal means. But there is technically a way to get him into that zone, albeit it's a bit tricky. God damn it. Stop! I hate that shit so much. How randomly it decides to throw you against a spring and you can't stop yourself. No matter how hard you try to resist, you can only hope to contain it. I hate that crap so much. Probably one of the more annoying things about stage design in the classic Sonic games. Okay. I believe at this point there's no other exclusive routing when it comes to Tails at this point in the game. I could be wrong, but then again, who knows? Only one way to find out, I suppose. Also, okay, screw you. Again, I thought there would be some sort of secret path or something there, but apparently not. That's lame. Okay, cool. Super form. Another thing worth noting, too, is that the Flickies will not attack any of the capsules that are around. So that is something worth mentioning. Okay. Regardless if you have your super form or... Son of a bitch. As I was trying to say, regardless if you have your super form out or if you happen to have a lightning shield active, you will be able to completely bypass that problematic area of the elevator lifts and everything. You can just pass that altogether and not worry about it. It depends on how you choose to go about it. I thought for a second there I was going to get shot. Why don't we try this again and hopefully not fall into the pit of death? Please, that would be great. Now I'm curious. What? Okay. Honestly, I was not expecting that. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take a free invulnerability. And also free super form. One thing I will definitely say, when it comes to that area in particular, you don't want to go too fast. If you go too fast, then there is no way you're going to get through that area without falling into the pit. Just saying. Thing. Thank you. Okay. The rest of this should be easy going, so long as I don't fall into the stupid pit and die. Debug Zone can definitely be a very intimidating stage, as there's a lot that can go wrong in such a short period of time. There are so many things that are out to kill you, it's not even funny. Okay, let's see if I can at least get another 100 rings. Bubble shields, I see. There we go. Excellent. That was exactly what I wanted, too. Nice, giant sack of rings. for this boss right here, which I'm gonna rip apart. Rip it a new freaking ass. Again, this boss fight is really damn difficult. But again, with the super form, you can just completely break it. Especially with super flickies. That is for sure. Goodbye! What can I say? Sometimes it just feels good to get some sweet payback. Especially after what the game put me through the first time I went to that particular boss. Just saying, it wasn't fun. Alright, on to Doomsday Zone Act 2, the final act for Tails. Oh, come on, game. Stop it. Why you gotta be so mean? Is it me, or does it seem like the bridge just drops a lot more often when you're Tails? Also, I want to get rid of this bubble shield. Exchange it for the lightning shield. That would be fantastic. Because lightning shield is best shield for this stage. Like I mentioned before, there are just so many things here that will try to ruin your frickin' life. God damn it. And here I am, trying to be as careful as possible. And what do you know? I can't. Okay. Let's get this done. Again, don't really want a bubble shield, but hey, at least that will grant me an extra hit. So, at least that's better than nothing. And of course, I instantly waste it because I'm just that good at the game. Alright, another one of these, huh? Maybe I can get another good shield or something here? Or enough rings to go super. That'll work. Any shield, again, like I said, is better than no shield any day. What is this crap right now? I honestly don't even. There we go. Whatever. No big deal. I wanted another shield, and that's exactly what I got. By the way, I believe it is possible to get yourself crushed by the spikes in this elevator lift, so that's something you need to keep in mind. Okay. The rest of this should be smooth sailing from here. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to the boss before the super form runs out. Although, I think with the super form, regardless if you have it or not, the boss can still only be defeated by the intended method. So, again, something worth mentioning. Hello? Can I have some more rings, please? No? Okay then. I'll take it. Let's go. Hey, 10 more rings is better than having no rings at all. Just saying. Those rings can obviously save your life if you know how to use them properly and don't lose them immediately. Okay. Keep calm. Everything's gonna be fine. I feel as though the rest of this stage is basically nothing but just running from right to left and left to right. And just following a linear path to the very end of the stage. Nothing really more to say. Other than the feeling that I have to frickin' pee. Which I will probably be doing so after we initiate the credits. Okay, how many times in a row can I get this particular bonus stage? I think it's been at least 5 times in a row now. Anyone here keeping track? Still no other ring balls or whatever the heck those things are. Spears. But hey, extra life is extra life. That was not the correct grammar. But hey, at least we got another extra life all in a row. Nice. Okay. And another one. Now, like I said, I believe this fight you have to beat it by normal means. Again, just like with Sonic's fight, this timing is key when it comes to it. You have to time this so these mechanical spike things hit the bottom of this machine as it's driving. As the boss fight goes on, it does become easier. How exactly? Well, the boss moves faster. That's the reason. Another thing worth noting too is that with this fight, so long as you're initiating the teleportation sequence to switch gravity sources between the ceiling and the ground, you're invincible. Well, this is definitely not going to be good. Cool. I'm kind of surprised that worked. Okay, off we go. Fight the final boss. It's final boss time, folks. With nothing but a lightning shield and a prayer. Definitely am not a fan. To be honest, I probably should have just held on to my rings throughout that entire boss fight. And maybe use it here instead. Oh well, it is what it is. Gotta deal with the consequences. I really wish that your super form can still deal damage to that previous boss, but sadly it can't. It's really dumb, but it is what it is. I wonder if you can just spin dash and just deal multiple hits at once. Probably not, but I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Damn it. By the way, this particular phase of the fight becomes a lot easier with Tails, just because of the fact that he can fly. Damn it! Alright, let's try that again now, shall we? Oh, come on, that was bullshit. As well as that. Again with the bullshit. Damn it! I kind of wonder if the lightning shield will protect you against the laser fire. I'm gonna say no. That'd be pretty interesting if it could. One thing's for sure, a fire shield can definitely protect you against the flames of that flamethrower. Just saying. Final push, and there we go. All done. Here we go. That is Tails' campaign. And oddly enough, this is the best ending you can get for Tails. If you manage to get all the Chaos Emeralds, I believe, at the very least, then Sonic will come in with the Tornado 1 and grab the Master Emerald. Obviously, if you have Tails' super form available via the Super Emeralds, then he's able to essentially carry the Master Emerald himself. Which is kind of interesting, considering it may have the ability to shapeshift between two different sizes. Between the standard Master Emerald size and that of just the regular Chaos Emerald. As seen in Sonic Adventure 2. Just saying. And just like with the Tails' end, or Sonic's ending rather, if you get all the Super Emeralds, Knuckles sees you off. And that, as they say, is that. Now I'm off to the bathroom because I gotta pee like a freaking Russian racehorse. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I really needed to get that out of my system. Jesus. So, like I said before, Tails' campaign is basically the same as Sonic's campaign, just one stage shorter, regardless if you get all the Super Emeralds or not. And it's definitely a fun experience, just flying through all the different stages, bypassing many of the obstacles, and just saying screw you to all the major challenges and roadblocks that are within the game, just for the sheer fact that Tails can fly. Honestly, the first half of the game is harder for Tails versus the second half, but that's just me. Also, I believe the ending here is slightly different between getting all the all the Super Emeralds versus not. The only difference being that the Tails go Super versus not. That's really about it. Also, I believe if you don't get all the Super Emeralds, the ending there is the exact same. So, with that done, we gotten 12 continues for both Tails and Knuckles. While Tails has 38 lives, Knuckles has 16, and Sonic has 26. Funny how I have the most lives with Tails versus any other character in the game. That just shows how broken he is. Anyway, now that all three characters' campaigns have been cleared, there's one more thing left to show off. Well, actually, three more things technically. And that is, first off, we're going to be enabling level select. To enable level select, in Vanilla Sonic 3 and Knuckles, during the boot sequence when Sonic first appears, you have to hit a certain button combination. I believe it's up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right, up, 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 up. And you have to do it within a very, very short time window, which is next to impossible for a human being to pull off. But it is possible. Granted, it's extremely difficult. So, with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, with the power of lock-on technology, this becomes infinitely easier. So first off, go into Mushroom Hill Zone, and as soon as we get over here, I'll show you all how we're going to be going about this. And also just to show off, again, Hypersonic one more time for funsies. One last hurrah. What can I say? So, anyway, in order to get access to level select, what we actually need to do here is first off, drop and grab one of these. So, left, 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 right, 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 up, up, up. No? Okay. I know that's, Okay, I'm gonna look this up real quick, so this shouldn't take too long. Enjoy a quick ad while I look up this information. If I can manage to get the damn Stream Deck to play an ad, which I cannot. Dang it. Whatever, no big deal. You know what, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna cut back in just a few moments, so be right back. Okay, I think I have what I need here. So, first off, I gotta reset the game because apparently I screwed something up. So, apparently I did this in the wrong order. So, here's what you have to do. What I was trying to do was activate, I believe it was debug mode. So, in order to activate debug mode, you have to activate level select first. to activate level select, you go into Zone 1. After we return to Angel Island Zone, there's a area where we need to get to and just swing across. Except we're not actually going to swing. We're actually going to be enabling this combination there. So, I had the right idea, just for whatever reason it was not activating. Just because I did things in the wrong order. So, you see these things here? And there we go. So, while you're swinging back and forth, you hit left, 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 right, 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 up, up, up. Afterwards, you'll hear a ring chime, meaning that the code is successfully activated. So, if after you pause the game, you push B to advance by a single frame, and just push A while paused to reset the game. Afterwards, you return to the title screen, and you get access to a new option after hitting down twice or up once to access the sound test. The sound test is also the level select for the game. The numbers on the left or underneath Angel Island Zone, Act 1 and 2, this represents your character. 00, I believe, it represents Sonic and Tails. 1 is Sonic alone, 2 is Tails, 3 is Knuckles. I believe that is how it works. So, here we can actually access all the zones in the game. We can even access 2 of the bonus stages here and 2 special stages. I believe one of the special stages is one of the bonus games that you can play. I could be wrong. So, next we're going into... Also, Lava Reef Zone is listed as Act 3 and 4. I'm going to guess these are the Knuckles variants of Lava Reef Zone, so that is something worth noting. So if you go in here with Sonic and Tails, there's a high chance you're not going to be able to complete the stage. So, be forewarned. Anyway, next we're going to be heading into Mushroom Hill Zone Act 1. To access a stage you want to go into, just highlight the stage, push start. Now we're going to do the thing that I wanted to do before, but I didn't get a chance to do so, just because I did things in the wrong order. Also, we're not going to be worrying about activating Supersonic here, as there's no need to. Besides, it's not going to last very long anyway, this whole experience. So, to activate debug mode, remember this pulley here? Left, 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 right, 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 up, up, up. And there we go. Debug mode is now successfully activated. So, let's show off debug mode now, shall we? I'm going to go into a random zone. As far as which one, I think this one will do. Yeah, let's go to Mushroom Hill Zone again. So, to activate debug mode, what we need to do, I believe, is not that. Nice cap. Fine. Okay, there is something I want to check real quick. Maybe I'm doing the debug thing wrong. So... let's try that again. Now, shall we? Huh. There is a way you have to activate debug mode. I can't exactly remember what the method is. Maybe you're supposed to hold A and push start? Yeah, that's it. So, here's how debug mode works. Push the A button to switch gravity between normal gravity and, well, reverse gravity. Push the B button to activate debug mode, and you can cycle through different objects, such as a ring here, a capsule, which if you place this down, or not, to place down an object after selecting an object, what you have to do, after selecting the proper object, which I will be selecting hopefully soon, push C. And here we have this special capsule. This is a super capsule! If I can cycle back to maybe the ring, that would be fantastic. Okay. If you bust that capsule open, you'll automatically go into your super form. That capsule is only available via debug mode, and it's pretty damn insane. Funny enough, you can place a good number of these capsules. How many exactly? That's a good question. Also, depending on your X and Y coordinates in the stage, depending on what sprites you select, you can get some really strange looking sprites. Also, I believe if you place too many of these and bust them all open at once, as you can see, the game is lagging like crazy right now, but trust me, this is all part of the plan. Okay, that was really weird. And also, for every one of those capsules that you destroy, you get 50 additional rings, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Although, for whatever reason, you don't get any additional lives that way. So you can't just farm lives infinitely using that method. So that is something worth mentioning. Okay, that is debug mode for you. Overall, a really awesome little mode that you can really mess around with. By the way, let me go ahead and show you all what happens if you attempt to go into Doomsday Zone with someone other than Sonic. So, I believe 2 is Tails, right? By the way, there's Doomsday Act 1 and 2. Not sure why there is, but whatever. As you can see, this looks incredibly messed up. As you can see, Tails is not meant to be here. And as such, his sprite is just completely busted. Also, for whatever reason, his ring count does not deplete. Same thing also holds true for Knuckles, too. Yeah, that is pretty funny. But like I said, though, it is possible to get into Doomsday Zone with someone other than Tails. Also, Knuckles' sprite is once again messed up here. Also, I guess his ring count is going down like normal. So that's pretty interesting. That is pretty funny how Knuckles just runs in space as he's flying. That's kind of funny. That is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie about that. Now I'm curious about Act 2. What is Act 2? Oh, Doomsday Zone Act 2 is just the final boss fight. So that's what that's all about. What about Lava Roof Zone Act 3 and 4? Okay, Act 3 is just this. As far as Act 4, I have a feeling that is, yep, Hidden Palace Zone, as I thought. Now, like I said, there is an area that is completely inaccessible within the Hidden Palace Zone. As far as where that is, it's within a certain X and Y coordinates. It's not here, as I've clearly showcased with Tails. I believe it's higher up, or not? Huh. Okay then. By the way, if you happen to fall into a pit or something and activate debug mode, you can technically save yourself. So, that is pretty neat. Okay, I believe that's everything I really need to show off when it comes to level select, debug mode, and things like that. I'm not too sure, but I think it's possible to summon the capsule to complete the stage? I could be wrong, but regardless though, not going to worry about that. We're just going to be moving on to the last major thing I have left to show off here. That is competition mode. Competition mode is where you can play with one other friend in local multiplayer and compete in a Grand Prix, match race, or time attack. Match race, I believe, you select a stage with one other player or by yourself and just tackle an individual stage. Grand Prix means you play through all the stages. Time attack, you just play through all the competition bonus stages as fast as you possibly can. So, here you can choose to play as either Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles in competition mode. I believe in Vanilla Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this is also the only way you can play as Knuckles in this mode. I could be wrong, but regardless, it is something worth mentioning. Also, the special abilities which Tails and Knuckles have in regular one-player campaign, they cannot be used in competition mode, for obvious reasons. That wouldn't be fair. Alright, let's go! So here is how this works. You basically go through all these small little stages and complete 5 laps each for all these stages and try to get the best time possible. I believe there is a speedrun.com category that is considered miscellaneous, where you just go through the competition mode and complete these stages as fast as possible. I'm not sure what the world record is. Endless Mine. Honestly, my favorite... It's definitely not here. It's definitely coming up relatively soon. Although, out of all the competition stages, this one's probably my second favorite, next to one more that's going to be coming later. By the way, you may notice little power-ups just floating around in certain parts of the levels. Well, depending on which one you get, they will temporarily affect your character in a couple of different ways. If you grab the red speed shoes, you'll be able to move slightly faster. However, if you happen to grab something like, say, a banana peel or something, you'll temporarily slow down. By the way, if you try to proceed forward before the countdown reaches 0, it'll just say fault and restart the entire thing again. So that is something worth mentioning. You do have to wait for it to say go before you proceed. By the way, if you happen to die at any point in the stage, then what will happen is you'll have to restart that lab. Ah, damn it. There we go, that's better. Damn, I can't believe that took almost 30 seconds to complete. By the way, hitting certain switches affect the course in certain ways. So, for example, if you hit this switch here, it will summon that spring that could send you or your opponent backwards. Damn, that is some serious speed. Now this particular competition stage is definitely my favorite. And the reason why it's my favorite, it's definitely the music, for sure. Come on, game. Stop it. By the way, I'm not sure what that switch does. I think what it does is that it makes a bunch of power-ups appear. I could be wrong. Then again, I think it does something else entirely. Anyway, if you happen to grab the gray speed shoes, they have the opposite effect of the red speed shoes, where instead of speeding you up, it slows you down majorly. And the only way to get some extra speed is it's to spin dash. Okay, that is pretty funny, not gonna lie. Anyway, I believe this competition stage right here is the last one. I find it kind of odd how this bonus stage, I believe it's the shortest out of all of them. I could be wrong, but then again, who knows? By the way, that monitor, I believe, on like the right-hand side, upon selecting Grand Prix, Time Attack, Match Race, etc., it asks you if you want to use power-ups or not in the races. Other than that, though, that's basically it. So here you can just compete against your friend locally and try to get the high score. In other words, get the fastest times as you can. I'm not sure what the measurement of time used is for speedrun.com. I can't remember, or I don't really know if they use real time or if they use in-game time to determine what your time is going to be. But yeah, that's basically competition mode. Overall, a small little side mode that you can choose to take on if you so wish. There's no other additional stages as far as I know that you can unlock in any way. So that is kind of lame. Also, I did not quite mean to do that. Oh well, might as well see this one more time because why not? I got time to kill. Another thing worth noting too is that, as you can see, the sprite quality lowers significantly when you're playing competition mode, whether you're playing by yourself or with a local friend. My guess as to why they did this was because of sprite limitations and also trying to be sure that it gets the best performance possible. That's my guess. So that's that, folks. That is the game. That is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. All 3 campaigns are complete. I showed off debug mode, and also what happens when you go into the wrong zone with the wrong characters, aka Doomsday Zone. Although there is one kind of thing I am thinking about possibly trying out, but nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm honestly not. It is getting kind of late, and honestly, I've shown off everything I possibly could when it comes to this game. Overall, the game itself, in my honest opinion, is the best out of all 3 of the Sonic the Hedgehog games in the original trilogy, not counting Sonic Mania. If Sonic Mania is thrown into the equation, which a lot of people tend to do, some people will say Sonic Mania is better, and in some respects, yeah, it is, but at the same time, I feel as though this game just has a slight edge over Sonic Mania. So if I have to include Mania in order of best game to worst, it would be Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Mania, Sonic 2, and then Sonic 1. In my honest opinion, that's just the way I feel when it comes to the games and their quality and just their fun factor overall. And also, I have a lot of nostalgic ties when it comes to this game in particular, as I played this game more than any of the other Sonic games in the original trilogy. Just saying. That does have a pretty big influence, but at the same time, I am very happy that I was able to showcase this game for you guys, and I really had a lot of fun playing through the entire game 3 times over. Even though it wasn't the most necessary thing in the world, playing through it twice is enough, honestly. So long as you play through the game as Sonic and Tails and then just play through it as Knuckles, you'll be perfectly fine. Playing through the game again as Tails is not necessary, but hey, just another way you can play the game. And I believe you can take level select as well as debug mode with you from one save file to another, so long as you complete the game with one file beforehand. Hell, you can even just go into go as far as Mushroom Hill Zone for your main save file, then activate no save and just play through Angel Island Zone until you start swinging on those swinging ropes, activate level select, and then do, you know, then activate debug mode that way. However you choose to do it is entirely up to you. Regardless though, like I said, I had a lot of fun playing through this game for you guys, and I really had a great time. As I said, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, in my opinion, is the best out of all 3 of the original Sonic the Hedgehog games in the trilogy. And out of all the classic Sonic games, I recommend this one above all the others in every regard. Just getting your hands on this game is pretty easy, actually. There's obviously the original Sega Genesis cartridge. You do have to get Sonic 3 as well as Sonic and Knuckles in order to get it to work. But as far as modern day conveniences, there is obviously the version I'm playing here on Steam. That is the easiest. And you can also find a copy of the game online, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 plus Sonic and Knuckles, and play it on an emulator. You can do that too. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about playing the game. But regardless though, I'm done here. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but what can I say? This game really is one of my personal favorites of all time. That is for sure. And I can't sing its praises enough. Yeah, I have to agree. The Sega Genesis cartridges are pretty cheap to get your hands on, as this game and Sonic and Knuckles were fairly common. But anywho, like I said, I'm done here. This is General Snivy with the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, it's going to be a new game and a new adventure. And as far as what that's going to be, well, it's going to be a game that I wanted to do last year, but didn't get around to doing so. Due in part with Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door taking like 10,000 years to complete. But regardless, though, as far as what that game is going to be, I'll go ahead and say this: the power of friendship is definitely strong with this, and it's also a tale of testing the power of friendship and tragedy mixed in, and also lots and lots of ice cream. It's something just that Pancake would come up with. That is for sure. So, again, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all later.